Hey, what's up everyone? This is Mike here. I believe we'll be getting a price reversal here shortly, so I'm here just to do a quick Bitcoin technical analysis video so you could see my point of view and maybe make your next trade profitable. And then after that TA, I'm just going to quickly go over my trading algorithm and how that's doing. Here I just got a membership to where I send these buy and sell signals to my members, but we'll talk about that at the end of the video. And there's also a chance to win a free membership, so stay tuned to the end of the video. Okay, so here we are looking at the Bitcoin to US dollar pairing on Bittrex, and this is a 4-hour chart. Now I try to make these videos every single week, so what I like to do is look at last week's video and see how my prediction was to see if it was accurate, so let's go ahead and do that. Now if you look at my past predictions, I am usually pretty accurate with my predictions, but this one really caught me off guard because what I thought was forming was a nice flag continuation pattern. As you can see right here, what I'm circling, what I did was I basically pulled up a chart pattern, and what I did was I looked for a pattern that looked similar to what was happening with the charts. And what I found was it was one of these continuation patterns, which is usually an indication that we're going to continue going higher. And that's what was forming here. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. And one thing I forgot to do was post some stop losses. And what I mean by that is if the price breaks lower than that position, then you automatically just sell your holdings because that means the price will continue going down. Now let me remove this so it's easier to see. Now this may be clear for seasoned traders, but for the beginning traders, one thing you have to do is map out a stop loss. So in this situation, you look back and see where the retracement fell to of the recent high rally. And it was where I'm circling right here, this line down. Now most seasoned traders would use that as a stop loss, meaning if the price broke down below that line, they would have sold. So that's possibly why we saw such a big red candle when it broke below that dotted line, because people were using that as a stop loss. And as you can see, the price continued to go lower, so if you did decide to sell there, you would have saved yourself an additional 5% from losing 5%. Okay, so now that this price has retraced back down, you're probably wondering, when are we going to get the price reversal? So that's what I'm going to do in this video. Now I'm just going to put up that last Fibonacci retracement because there were a lot of traders following this. And you can determine that by when this is set up, we're starting to see some bounces off of these key zones. It's red, the blue, not exactly, but some are. There's no exact science, it's all about probability. You set up this chart pattern to where you get as many reversals on these lines as you possibly can, and then that will indicate to you that other traders are following this indicator. Now that doesn't mean you follow it completely. You just add that as like a piece of the puzzle for your final decision on when you think the price reversal is going to happen. So the way it sits right now, we're coming up to this negative 0.618, so that is an indication we'll start to see a price reversal from that position. Alright, so that's this one indication. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the Fibonacci retracement tool to this current big move and see what we have from there. Now like I mentioned in the previous video, I didn't like this high right here because I feel like this was just the trading bots causing a snowball effect, and that's why it's just one long wick and then not the price actually closing then. It's just one long wick. So I don't really like to use that as one of my top points for this Fibonacci retracement. So what I'm going to do is move to this second point. It just feels a little more accurate. Now this is one of the main indicators that are actually making me make this video right now, because we usually see a price reversal at this 0.382. It's very common because there's only so much a price can retrace before it starts going up again. There's this an ebb and flow. It can't just keep going down, down, down. There has to be some upward momentum. And we usually get that upward momentum at some of these key points right here. And this one is going to be the 382. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines, possibly now would be a good time to jump in and set your stop losses probably to a little bit underneath this blue line. And how you create this blue line is it's basically just a trend line, as you can see. It's going to cause some pretty good support if the price does decide to break down this 382. So in this area right here, this square box, it's going to be a good buy-in zone. because that's where the support is. Now, when that reversal does happen, it may be hard for it to break through this golden zone, so that's where you may want to set your target at. So if you're to buy in down here, set your target at this golden zone, that's 7% profit, probably within a few days as well. I think this is going to happen quickly. There's even a chance that it may get to this green line, and if it does, and if it breaks through that, we'll be going much higher. But I'm not quite sure if it's ready to do that yet. So I would set my targets at either this golden zone or this green 786 zone, which is, let's see, 9,300, and this one over here is 8,900. Since 9,000 is a round number, that is also an indication that it could cause a ceiling effect to where we could see some resistance there as well. But that has more to do with psychological trading than actually technical analysis. But it's important to pay attention to all these different things. Now, I did mention I was wrong on my personal technical analysis, which is what we're looking at right here. But one thing I wasn't wrong with was my trading algorithm. So my trading algorithm sent a sell signal over on, looks like November 7th, and the price has been continually going down since then. So if you were one of my members and you were following these trade signals, then you would have saved almost 8%. Well, saved from losing almost 8%. And just taking a look at just some of the recent trades, just want to show to you that not everyone is going to be profitable. Because what it does is this algorithm is trying to find a trend, and when the charts are trading sideways, there is no trend. So as you can see here, this trade was a profit of 6%. This one was a loss of 0.1%, so basically nothing. This one was a loss of 0.5%. So basically 0.5% loss here, plus this gain of 6% and this savings of 8%, basically means that you'll be beating the market. So if you were using these trade signals to trade, you wouldn't be, making a killing. You're not going to become rich, but you will beat the market, and that's that's what's important. So if you're interested in something like that, then just go ahead and check out my website, altcoinTradingSignals.com, click on my services. It just goes into a little more detail on how the service actually works. And the membership is pretty reasonable too, $25 a month. And also with those trading signals, you get my custom Fibonacci retracement tool, which you see here, which I use all the time. It's custom, so that's why if you use yours, it may look a little bit different. But if you become a member, you automatically get that for free for lifetime. So just that by itself, I think, is actually worth the membership. One more thing I'd like to mention before I go is, so every single week I like to offer a free membership to people who like and comment my video. And honestly, not too many people do this, so the chance of you actually winning something is actually quite high in the channel. So what I'm going to do is take a look at last week's video. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 people commented. So the chance of you winning something is like, what, 20%? So I'm going to take that URL. I was actually 6. So I'm going to pick a winner. Alright, Angelvetti Music, you won a free month of my membership. Just go ahead and contact me on my website and I'll give you instructions to get started. Now if you're watching this and you'd like a chance to win a membership, then just go ahead and comment and like the video you're watching right now. And then next week I'll draw and you may win then. Alright guys, that about wraps it up. I'll see you next week.